Bitcoin's in a bit of a weird situation right now, so let's try to decipher and figure out what's actually going on. So Bitcoin right now is leaving liquidity to the upside and to the downside. So obviously, above you have about 4 equal highs, going slowly down. Now you do have this bearish supply chain, which we did currently hit, and I did mention in my last video that we could hit this, and then we could have a short zone, because I was bullish in my last video around here. Now, below us is very interesting because now that's just the trend line of liquidity. All the trend line traders are trading that. So absolutely both ways are kind of killer. Now we already expected that August is probably going to come up before coming down. Now my original thesis was we're gonna come to the June highs. However, because of what price action is doing now, and I did warn that when we hit the supply zone, we will definitely be looking for shorts if we start ranging. We're starting to get that. If you open up your open interest, now this has happened in every top of July. Every top July has had open interest was dying while it was maintaining a range, and is doing the exact same thing now, where you have these 4-5 equal highs, but open interest is basically just falling off a cliff. So far, every time that's happened in I'm not going to go into specifics, but you can see it yourself. Every time that's happened, for pretty much every top, you've ranged and you've killed open interest. Now, that's happened every single time. So, absolutely, I'd be a bit worried. If we start taking lows, I mean, I'd even be looking for shorts now to go lower, but just de-risk them ASAP. Like both sides are relatively equal. I'm aiming more lower now. Like, my overall high time frame is bearish. Like, I'm high time frame bullish is what I mean, but I'm locally very bearish. But it can flip. It can flip very quickly. If you start getting good structure, good longs, and you start taking these highs, I'm automatically assuming we're coming to two areas, either one of these two areas. You have this inducement order block right above your supply chain. Now, this is an untapped zone. Normally, when you have these supply chains, you normally break up above the highs, and then you have some sort of manipulation where you take out all these highs, because every single high is stop losses, right? If you start taking these 3 semi-equal highs, including now these ones, you're going to have to stop a lot of shorts out before then potentially manipulating lower. So this is a very good short zone if you get good structure, good reactions, etc. Now, maybe even a distribution. Or you have July's high and June's high. Now that could be the August manipulation I was talking about in my last video, or the move up. However, it's again looking less and less likely, to the point where, like I said in my last video, look for shorts in this zone. This zone is definitely a good zone because of the supply chain it's in. It's probably going to be a struggle. And now that we have open interest with how it's looking, I'm absolutely looking for local shorts. Okay, there's nothing really else to it. Look for local shorts. I'm still high time frame bullish until price really confirms lower for me. Like, once we start sweeping these lows, as long as we don't get some sort of reaccumulation of some kind, that's fine. Another thing to mention is volume is dropping off. As we're coming up, volume is dropping off. Not only that, but this accumulation, once you took the cumulative high, or the last high of that range, that's when you start just grinding, which again makes sense because we're expecting August to die down after a mini pump. But is this the mini pump already done? It could very much be from everything I just showed you, but still treat it with caution. I think de-risk positions if you do take shorts quite early on, because the overall thesis is still, to me, that up still can be very likely, but at the moment it's a bit of a 50-50 zone. Like, we have bearish ideas. We have bearish ideas, absolutely, in a good short zone where it makes sense to short, but it's not fully, I'm not full bear until you start seeing some of these lows go. So until those lows go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blue dot for, this is my tracking for Bitcoin. I'll call every video and put green dot, red dot, orange or blue, depending how what the video is. So blue is overall high time frame bullish, but locally potentially bearish, or whatever I explain in the video. So this is a blue dot. I was bullish here. I pretty much called every single top and bottom. If you look at my videos, this is why you should consider subscribing. Not because it benefits me, but because it could benefit you. As you can see, I've called the top, the bottom, the top, the bottom, the top, etc. This is, again, high time frame bearish, but locally bullish, or whatever I say in my video. Same for the blue dot right here, okay? So, and the white dot's indecision where highs and lows are probably going to get destroyed, which I was correct about, okay? You accumulated, took everyone out. Doesn't matter. This is why you should consider subscribing, because I track everything I do so you know whether I'm right or wrong, and so far I haven't been wrong, okay? So, again, just like in this bullish idea that I had, a high time frame, I was very locally bearish, where if you deviated range high, you should absolutely look for shorts, what you did. In the same instance here, where you should look for shorts if you get them, but also if you get a nice long, and if you don't actually take really important lows, like this whole zone is technically a bullish zone, right? Then absolutely, if you get good long structure, I'm not saying don't long, because this is just three equal highs. These are easy highs to come for as well, right? And then you can go look at your zone up here, or potentially even June, July side before August does its dump. So obviously, trade the local range you get, treat it how you want to treat everything. This is just high time frame analysis. You have your invalidation points, and that's not up to you to trade. So keep trading.